Hi everyone, Alchemist here. Today's reading is gonna be a love reading. I don't usually do love readings because it's a very complicated subject and there's a lot of elements that go into it, and it's not that easy to just say that person is for you or not for you. There's a lot of criteria that goes into it. So that's why I prefer not to do love readings, and I'm gonna do another episode where I talk about relationships in general, for mages, for alchemists, for witches, for the masters, for people who are gifted, because they work differently from normal people. They don't work the same. It's kind of like you need to get to a certain point where you become the master on your own by hermiting and becoming the master by yourself before you can even be with someone. And I'm gonna talk about that in another video. But for the sake of many people requesting me to do love reading, I'm gonna do it for you guys, and let's get right to it. All right, so basically this is gonna be an intuitive reading, so I'm gonna just pull the cards, and whatever I channel is for you, but it's gonna be a love reading regarding love, partnership, relationships. So whatever resonates with you, that means it's for you. All right. So, first card, we have the Sun reversed. So, I see that there's trouble, there's misunderstandings, there's arguments, there are a lot of complications in the relationship. This person that you're thinking about, things are not working out too well between you two, and it's just here the Sun reverse is representing that it's when there's no sun, because this is a sun card and it's reversed. When there's no sun, it becomes gloomy, it becomes cloudy, sometimes it rains. So the weather here, the weather is gray. It's not pleasant, it's not fun, it's not joyful. And whatever is happening between you two, and again here there's these two females, they're just playing around and being happy, but it's reversed. That means there's no happiness. The happiness is not there. So that joy, that happiness that you guys really want it to be between you two, it's not there. You need to kind of review what's happening in this relationship, or review whatever is going on between the two of you. So that's the first card. Second card. So we have Queen of Swords. So this card is telling me that the viewer, you, the person who's watching this, it seems like you're a controlling person. You're not giving a lot of freedom to the other person you might be thinking about right now. And this is regarding love. That person needs some time to kind of figure things out, to think about what they need to do, what they don't need to do. But this figure here, the Queen of Swords, and you are the Queen, you're powerful, you're gifted, you have this energy that's so that's just like people can sense from far away, a very, very strong energy, which is great. But the reason why, and I'm gonna use this sun card here earlier, like that I pulled the reverse card, the reason why there's no joy here, the reason why, and there's a lot of complications, as I mentioned earlier, it's because there's too much control in the relationship. Too much control. Too much, you're not doing this my way, you're not doing what I told you to do. Why did you do this way? Why didn't you do it that way? Whoever this person you're thinking about, the way you're treating them is like too controlling. There's too much control. And it could be that's also it's either you are treating them like this or that's how they're treating you. So it could be either or, but I'm sure once you see this, you're gonna understand right away which role you're in, what I'm saying right now, which role you're playing. So there's too much restrictions and regulations, and believe me on this, for successful relationships to last and to be always joyful and loving, the less control there is, the more beautiful and the more lasting the relationship is. The more you trust that person, and because they have free will and they're their own human being, their own soul, and each one of you has their divinity. So the more that control is not there, the more you guys can last longer and longer, because there's respect. You're doing you, they're doing them. You still love each other. You still you connect, you're there for each other, but that control is not there. That's what breaks most relationships, is the control, is that power trip of like you trying to have things your way. And the thing with the universe is that you will never have things your way. The only things that you can have is what's happening inside of you. That you can have it your way, because it's your soul, it's your body, it's happening within your limits that you can control. But anything else you can't. You can't control the other person. You can't control your environment, your family, your friends, your colleagues, the city you live in. You know, but you can control you. So the more you're content and in peace with yourself and less controlling of your environment or the person that you're thinking about, the more peace you're gonna have, and this Sun card might actually become upright, and you're gonna have peace and joy. So that's what's happening right now. Another card. Let's shuffle a little bit, because the energy kind of changed. I feel it. Like in the beginning of the reading, it was I just felt like there was this shift of energy. So I need to shuffle the cards again a little bit. Okay, so again, here I got the Eight of Wands, and this card here represents, and it's reversed, it represents the lack of flexibility, the lack of again, it really confirms this card here, the controlling card, the person who's being controlling. There's not much flexibility going on. There's not much in relationships. We gotta adapt. You gotta be like malleable, just like like you have to learn from water. I hear you have to go and meditate in front of water, look at water, swim in water, observe how water is, observe how fire is as well, because fire has this sort of flowiness to it. And this is Wands, which is again the element of fire, so Eight of Wands. So you have to observe the elements of nature that are very flexible, like water and fire, and see how they are, meditate on them, because you have to kind of incorporate that flexibility and that flowiness within who you are. And that's what's making you controlling. Or what's making them controlling. So you have to kind of, I sense here this is for you, not for them. It's mainly for the viewer. I don't know why, but I keep hearing this is for the viewer, not for the other person you're thinking about. So I think this is probably 90% of the people watching this. 90%, this message is for you. So you have to learn how to become a little bit more adaptable and more flexible with how you see things, And again, the only thing you can adapt and the only thing you can control is what's happening within you. It's you. And the moment you do that, towards positivity and towards feeling good and joyful and positive and staying strong in your power also, the more you do of that, and the more the other person is gonna even trust you more. They're gonna actually respect you and trust you more. And maybe now they don't want to be with you, but the more you're gonna do that, they're gonna want to come back. They're gonna start like coming to you and becoming more attracted to you. because people can sense that. They can sense that controlliness, that they can sense it when the other person has it. When you have it, they're sensing it, and that's why they're a little bit, they don't want it. You know, it's kind of I mean, who wants it? Who wants to be controlled all the time? We're all human beings. We have free will. We don't want to be controlled. No one wants to be controlled. So and yeah, so again, Three of Wands. I pull another card here. This is Three of Wands, so Wands again. And it's a confirmation of, so Eight of Wands with this flexibility that you need to have. Three of Wands with this kind of, it's going to require some strength, which is, I see that you're lacking of a little bit there, to change within, to change yourself within, and get rid of these concepts or these programs that are in your mind about how the other person should or should not be. To get rid of these programs, you have to become stronger. You have to become flexible and stronger. And otherwise, you're not going to change. And if you don't change, you might lose the person, or you might not see them again, or you might even meet another person and the cycle is going to repeat. And the same thing is going to happen. Whatever is happening now, you're going to meet another person and the same exact thing is going to happen with them again. And unfortunately, that's how life works. When we don't fix what we need to fix, the cycles keep repeating. They just keep repeating. So, just gonna put one more card. So I got Queen of Pentacles. So here, so earlier I got Queen of Swords, now Queen of Pentacles. So whoever is watching this is strong female energy. So it's strong female energy, whoever is watching right now. Queen of Pentacles, this is, I'm gonna end the reading with this card because this is a beautiful card that's saying that at the end of the day, regardless of what I said, at the end of the day, well, if you want to change, you can, and you have the power. And look at these two figures here. Look how cool that is. One is black and white, because they're like yin and yang. They complement each other, dark and light. You see that those two figures that are like entangled, but with their horns back to back. That's you and the other person. It's you and the other person. And you have the power to salvage this relationship, to save it. But you need to work on yourself. You need to change first. And the moment you're gonna start changing yourself to the better, and hear me here, again, I say changing yourself, not changing the other person or someone else or some environment, changing you. The moment you're gonna start changing yourself and becoming more aware of your actions and what you do within you, the moment you're gonna do that, you're gonna start seeing change right away. It's gonna be faster than you think. And you have the power to do this change. And you are grounded, you are connected to earth. But there's too much of that earth energy in you. That's why I said earlier, you have to observe water and fire, the other two elements. And obviously when you're outside, air is everywhere. And that's how you get all of the four elements within you. So the earth element, you got it because you're grounded. But you have to learn this flexibility, and you have the power, because you're the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. You have the power to salvage this thing, to bring it back to life. And trust me, the moment you're gonna focus on yourself and changing yourself and leave this person be, leave them be, don't control them, you're gonna see a change in the environments, in the ambience, in the feelings, and there's only good things that are gonna come out of this. Okay, so this is good news for you. It's a good reading, and I'm gonna pull actually one last card from this oracle deck, this Sacred Geometry Oracle deck, to finish the reading. And let's see what we're gonna get to finish the reading. All right, cards don't lie. It's very interesting. So I got, I got surrender. Um, just confirming everything I just said. Surrender. You gotta surrender. You can't control. You gotta let go of this control that you're doing. Surrender card presented with this beautiful sacred geometry, which is this kind of energy here in the center, which is you, which is super powerful, but it's kind of like becoming more and more flexible and, you know, like adaptable and flowing. And that's how you can get back to this beautiful, beautiful relationship that you're supposed to have if you don't mess it up. And the message is, I can release my need to control. Guys, you saw the reading from the beginning. If you don't think this is magic, I don't know what is, because you saw everything. This video is not even edited. There's no cuts in here. And I talked about how you need to let go of control. And then what's in the card of the Oracle deck? I can release my need to control. If this is not magic, I don't know what is. So there you have it. The message is loud and clear. This reading was backed up by many spiritual spirit guides. I can sense them because it's probably one of the most coherent reading I've had, where the message is just like so accurate to the point. In a nutshell, you have to release your need to control, like what this last card is saying here, which is also what I mentioned in earlier with the tarot cards. So there you have it. And once you do so, everything is gonna be great, and you're gonna be very joyful with your partner. I wish this was helpful. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.